just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up. Stand Radio.
Yes, this is Lagoon Radio. Good evening and welcome to Sports on Lagoon Radio. Today, Monday, the 30th day of May, 2022. It's 28 minutes before the hour of 5. And we are standing up for the champions, Real Madrid. Yes, they are standing tall. Make way for them. It's Real Madrid. And yes, also Sergio Perez, who defied all the odds to win that Grand Prix yesterday and far away Monaco. All the action over the weekend happened in France. Yes, and currently the Roland Garros is going on in France. Welcome to the Lagoon Sports. I am Anosike Chimezie. Also, I'm not alone in the studio. I have Kelvin. Kelvin, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening and thank you for having me once again.
Yes, sir, together we'll be running down all that happened. Don't forget, the Super Eagles were in action and they will still be in action. And also the MPFL. Historia que resiste, historia por hacer, porque nadie resiste tus ganas de vencer. Casa de las estrellas, iremos a Madrid, de lejos y de cerca, nos traes hasta aquí. Llegó tu camiseta, pegada al corazón. Los días que tú juegas son todo lo que son. Yes, that's the feeling all over the world right now, especially at Madrid City Center. That's the song, Hala Madrid. It's going on everywhere, and we saw it. Liverpool in the first half, 9 shots on target, but they couldn't convert any. Madrid scored with their first goal on target, and that was the end. 9 shots on target. More thanks to Thibaut Courtois, the goalkeeper of Real Madrid. After the game, he said that in England, he never had a lot of respect. He needed to put respect in his name. So, what's your summary of the game? You saw the game. You saw as it happened. What's the summary of the game for you?
I think the game, to me, I think the final was a bit one-sided. You get Liverpool had more attacking flair to the game. Madrid were just reserved. I think the summary of everything for me was the fact that I think it comes down to experience for me. It boils down to experience. Real Madrid needed not to play well on the day. They just needed to get a chance and score. Liverpool had the chances. Thibaut Courtois, like you said, is correct. When Courtois was in England, we all disrespected him. Like all those, there was a time, there's this thing going on social media. They're so scared for him. He wasn't. He's a good keeper too. Everybody know. But in England, I think that was probably the worst stage of his career. He didn't. So I think it's a good one for him getting to the final, winning the Champions League, and like he said, he lost his respect in England. I think from now henceforth, let's see where it goes from here. But the summary of the whole thing, a Liverpool fan, I think 2 of my Liverpool fans, my friends, one of them blocked me on social media because he was just saying that was to him, Real Madrid played a very negative football, that they were just all defensive and all.
Were they negative?
That was what he said to his own Liverpool fan. What do you expect? You said they played a very negative football, that they were all reserved, they didn't come out. He expected the end-to-end stuff from the both of them. But Liverpool, I told him, to me, what matters is the goal. It doesn't matter what chances you created, did you put them at the back of the net? That's what counts at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, Madrid knows how to do it. 14-time champion, put the ball at the back of the net, were reserved, defended for their life to the end of the day. And they are champions. They are worthy champions, as far as I'm concerned.
Before the game, I had my concerns about Madrid defense. You know, there were questions if Alaba would start, and I had my even Alaba starting. I had my questions with Militao.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yes, I don't. I'm not comfortable with him playing at that middle. But like you said, looking at that game, it was 2-2. Real Madrid never wanted to concede first. They set up the team the way they know that. In fact, it boils down to experience of Ancelotti. But looking at it the other way around, Liverpool, they are one of the best teams in Europe right now. Yes, Madrid, they don't play the best of football. But here they are, the 14-time champions. And they crowned their season with that. Do you see Ancelotti remaining as Madrid coach next season?
Obviously, Ancelotti has done well. He won the league, won the Champions League. He has done very, very well as far as I'm concerned. And I think what happened was, if you look at Ancelotti, no doubt, Klopp is a very good coach. No disrespect. As Guardiola is also a very good coach. No disrespect. But Ancelotti has added. He's having from AC Milan, he has also won it with Madrid before. But so Ancelotti, to me, if you look at Ancelotti, look at Madrid from even I think it was quarterfinal around 16 when they had to play PSG. It was pure experience. You know, Ancelotti knows the kind of changes he needs to bring in. Okay, look at the game. I think it was Man City. We brought Rodrigo and Camavinga, and you can bring in out Toni Kroos. There was a time, I think Toni Kroos was very angry. Now, why would you have to take him off? But he knew, he really did the game very well. You know, okay, this is what is missing. This is what I needed to do. And those changes pay. As far as I'm concerned, I think either Militao and I think Madrid has obviously noticed their weakness. That's why they brought Rudiger in. I think Rudiger coming to make the defense more solid next season. I think either Militao and Alaba are the only best option they have. Would you have Nacho on the field where there's Eder Militao and Alaba? No, I think so. Right now, Eder Militao and Alaba, and they've done well. They've fairly well.
Now you mentioned Nacho. Nacho is one of the most disciplined players. You don't see him complain. You don't see him talk. But he has won 5 Champions League with Real Madrid.
The question I will ask you, Cardinal, it's not about winning. How much did you even participate in the winning? Okay, look at, for instance, your Ceballos that came to, he's a Champions League medalist. You get, I think he's even won it more than once.
Yes, twice.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. Some players will just be on the bench. Okay, look at Drinkwater that's leaving Chelsea. He's a Champions League medalist. It's not about if you get the medal. You can be on the bench. How much do you play? It's good. It's fine, but I'd rather have a Sergio Ramos, who is not disciplined, who always get the red card, but will put his life on the line, than have a Nacho on the bench that will probably not do anything.
And for the first time in Real Madrid season, for the first time over the years, Madrid finishing a season without a red card. Now you mentioned Sergio Ramos. Yes, and that was the story of the weekend. Yes, Real Madrid are champions of Europe. And we can say it's the climax of football in Europe. Yes, in the top 5 leagues. In fact, the top leagues in Europe, they have come to an end. We are waiting for July. Some leagues will start. Remember, it is starting early enough this year because of the World Cup, which is built to happen in Qatar by November, December. Yes, and that's the story of the weekend. And from the bigger Champions League to the lesser Champions League, something is happening tonight. Yes, Al Ahly of Egypt and with that, Casablanca. They will be knocking on this night at Morocco. Yes, Al Ahly versus Wydad Casablanca.
I think obviously, if you're going to look at it, I looked at the head-to-head, the last 5 minutes, and I think it has been balanced. What's it called? Al Ahly has won 2. Wydad Casablanca has won 2. They've drawn 1. So I think it's a balanced game. But what will work for Wydad is the fact that they're playing in Morocco. It's almost like home advantage for them. But I think take nothing away from Al Ahly. I think if there's one thing they know how to do is handle pressure. Sometimes they go away, even they don't respect. Sometimes they go away and win matches they are not supposed to win. So I will just sit on the fence and see who wins tonight. But I hope it because of the South African coach. I hope he just wins this and do it back to back though.
Yes, Piso Masimane. He has won the Champions League 3 times. 1 with Mamelodi Sundowns. 2, he has won consecutively with Al Ahly, and he is hoping to become the first coach to win the Champions League 3 consecutive times with that record. Now, looking at that team, he brought him his boy from Pesitao. Yes, he was on loan at Brighton. Yeah. He brought him back. Yeah. Now, he has been instrumental to that team. Now, looking at the experience of Mosimane, and in fact, Al Ahly is one of the most decorated clubs in the world. And looking at Al Ahly and Wydad Casablanca, yes, home advantage, we cannot take that away. But what would be your prediction? Where do you likely see the trophy ending tonight?
I think obviously, if we're going to go with the pedigree and experience and what am I supposed to do? I'm looking for another adjective to qualify. You probably want to give it to Al Ahly, but take nothing away from Wydad Casablanca too. They can also put up a fight. So obviously, if I'm supposed as a sport analyst, I probably would love Al Ahly to win it again. It would be a very good one for them because of the South African coach, maybe win it twice. At least what Zindane is doing over there. Okay. If you also do it in the African continent, replicate it in Africa. Replicate it in the African continent, so it will be fine. So I'll wish Al Ahly wins it.
Okay, yes, if they go on to win it. Remember the last time Al Ahly was at the Club World Cup, they finished 3rd place at the Club World Cup with this current squad. So it's coming down tonight, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Al Ahly versus Wydad Athletic Casablanca, all the way from Morocco.
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Yes, still Lagoon Sports on Lagoon Radio, your number 1 online gospel radio in Nigeria and the official radio of the Anglican Diocese of Lagos. We are transmitting live from the Archbishop's Palace right here in Marina, Lagos. Download the app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Follow us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria. Twitter and Instagram, Lagoonradio.Ng. Mr. Cardinal, I am still here. And also, Kelvin is still also here with me. And yes, we'll sing this song tonight for another champion. Al Ahly versus Wydad Casablanca, all the way from Casablanca. Yes, who will carry the day. Okay, let's move away a bit from football and go to Formula One. Sergio Perez, the unsung hero and unlikely source that won that Monaco Grand Prix yesterday. Did you see Sergio Perez winning that race yesterday?
Obviously, I didn't think Sergio Perez was going to win. I've probably thought Max or Charles, one of them will probably win. But I think the race at the point was hard to delay because of the bad weather, and I think that
the rains.
Yeah, the rains. Yeah. So I think that probably had an effect. But a good one for them, though. Good one for Sergio Perez. I think to me, it's not in the mix. Those who really matter. We are separating. One of these things happen. One of these boys, the boys will always win once in a while. But you get the major the contenders for me is probably between Max and what's it called, Charles Leclerc, because but I think it's 9 points between both of them. It wouldn't have been 9 points if Charles had completed the race. I think it was Monaco Grand Prix last weekend. Not this one, the upper weekend. Charles had to pull out of that race because of technical fault from the car. And when Max won, that was how Max got to overtake. So I think it's between both of them. It's between Charles and Max Verstappen. All these boys are just one-time glory for me.
But Verstappen just finished 8th in this race.
He finished, no. Max Verstappen finished 3rd. Then Charles finished 4th. Charles finished 4th. Then he finished 1st. I don't know. I'm forgetting the second. Then, what's it called? Lewis Hamilton and Russell finished 5th and 6th. accordingly.
Hamilton. That's I wanted to say
okay,
Hamilton.
Finish. I think Hamilton, yeah.
Okay, Charles Leclerc. Well, let's see how it goes. The next Grand Prix returns in Azerbaijan in 2 weeks' time. Yes, and also let's cross over to tennis. And yes, is the Roland Garros. We are set for the final before final. Djokovic versus Rafael Nadal tomorrow.
I think that's a very different. I didn't want them to meet now. I think I was hoping.
When the draws were made, we all knew that.
We all knew their pass was going to cross. yeah. But I think this is going to be very, 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 very. I have, like I said, apart from Roger Federer, before when Roger Federer was still playing at his best, I always rooted for Roger Federer. But since it's come down to these boys, I think I've had a soft spot for Rafael Nadal. I like him a lot. No, Djokovic is a very good player, but Rafael would have won more. I think people always argue that Djokovic is better than Nadal, but I think to me, what challenges Nadal has had most is injuries. He has always had injuries problems. So, but I hope he wins, but it's going to be very, very, very difficult one.
Yes, talking about difficult one, he survived nearly. It was like a setup. Yeah. Yes, Spence Nadal 35. He dropped sets for the first time at this year's event, but recovered to win 3-6, 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. Top seed Djokovic produced his best level so far in the tournament to beat 15th seed Diego Schwartzman. And looking at that game, like the one he survived the setup. The injuries and age, are they telling on Nadal right now? Obviously.
As there's always a time in a man's life that you are not at the peak. You are not at the level you used to be before. Age will always tell on you. With age, with time, you keep aging. You don't go at the speed. The pace slows down. Your service are not as difficult, or what can I call it in the tennis palace. So, but I think obviously sometimes too we've seen the old ones come to defeat the. So I feel like even Roger Federer, when he was old, he still played among these boys and he did well. So I feel like if Roger Federer can hold it together, I think he could stand a chance to win too.
And talking about that, still talking about that game. Djokovic has had some breaks this year. Yeah. He has not remember what happened at the Australian Open and the rest of them. And the last time he was in the court, he has not won really something this season. So putting all those things together, are we going to see a setup against Nadal? Don't forget that this is Roland Garros. This is clay. Nadal is the king of clay. Yeah. So are we going to see a setup tomorrow?
I think whichever one of them win is not an upset. Whichever one of them wins, I think they are both big players. So we all know. I think it can only be an upset if somebody be smaller to their pedigree beats them. But I think whoever wins, I think Nadal is the king of clay. That's obviously. I hope it's going to be a very difficult one to call. But I really wish, because I have a soft spot for Nadal, I think Nadal should win. Then probably there's still this boy in the middle, Alcaraz
versus Medvedev. So they are playing tomorrow. So
obviously, I'm thinking if that ball probably be in the final or semi-final. So I think for Djokovic and Nadal, anybody can win. But I would prefer if Nadal keeps the clay record. Records, yeah.
Okay, and also something is happening in the NBA. Ime Udoka, the Nigerian, he is the coach of Boston Celtics. He has taken them to the final for the first time in their history. So we are looking up to that. Is he gonna? And the Nigerian is doing exploits in the US, but back home here, our basketball is suffering.
No, it's a story for another day.
Yes, that will be a story for another day. We hope he wins that with Boston Celtic.
No matter the stage, there's still room for greatness. No matter the stage, there's a bit of greatness in every man. There's power to rise, there's power to conquer.
Yes, the greatness will carry. Super Eagles were in action on Friday and they lost 2-1 to El Trico of Mexico. Yes, 2-1 it ended. Mexico 2, Nigeria 1. Cyril Dressers scoring the equalizer before an own goal from Truce Ekon. Did you see that game?
Sincerely, I didn't watch that game. I just had to read whatever and follow the analysis after the match. But I think from what everybody have said, they said that they didn't play bad. They did play well. But I feel every day, anytime, Mexico will always find it easy. I don't think we've ever beaten them in history. I think they will always find a way to beat us, even in...
We've beaten them at the Olympics, 1996 Olympics. 2-0 it ended. Okay, when George Campos was their goalkeeper.
Okay, fine. I think that, but after then, I think we've not beaten Mexico. They were
well, looking at Mexico, their standard in the world of football now, they are miles ahead of Nigeria. And after the game, the coach Jose Pacero said he was proud of the boys. But for me, it's not yet time to talk about the boys. Or they still have a game against Ecuador. I will judge Jose Pacero when the Nations Cup qualifier starts. When he calls up his team.
Cardinal, I think sincerely, I will not judge Jose Pacero even after the Nations Cup. I will still give him a year. I'll give him a year. Okay. Let's see what he's been able to do. Even the Nations Cup and everything. I feel like if we're interested in building a team with a coach that understands the player, we don't judge a coach by just 6 months or 1 year.
But a coach is as good as his last game.
A coach is as good as his last game. But not forgetting that he's coming to play. I think apart from, I don't think he has ever coached an African team before. He has not.
No. So but he has coached Al-Ali.
Fine. On the club side, but he's coming to understand an African, and he's coming to coach an African team, and Nigeria for that. He comes with a lot of pressure. You remember what he said? He said 200 million people are expecting success from him. So, but I think for me, from my own point of view, I think I will give him more than 6 months. I'll give him time. Maybe after a year, let's see. I will know. Okay, fine. Has he done well? Has he not done well? But for now, let's just allow him get to know the boys and get to build his team first.
Okay.
The world is a stage.
Yes, the world is a stage and we are the players. Yes, let's tell you what transpired over the weekend and the Nigerian Professional Football League. Yes, Rivers United, they are looking like they want to run away with that trophy. And the scores over the weekend, it was MFM 3-1. It ended against Gombe United. Dakada FC, yes, they defeated Rivers. They lost against Rivers United 2-3. It ended. That was massive and away win. Enyimba of Aba struggled also to beat Nasarawa United 3-2. Heartland of Owerri 3-1. It ended against Shooting Stars. Kwara United, yes, 1-0 against Akwa United. And Plateau United 4-0. That was massive and the surprising result for me against their names, Enugu Rangers, and also Remo Stars losing at home 1-3 to Kano Pillars. Another surprising result. Sunshine Stars of Akure 2-0. It ended against Katsina United. Wiki Tourists 1, Abia Warriors 0. And one game was abandoned. Niger Tornadoes versus Lobby Stars. And looking at the table, still with 30, Rivers United, they are 7 points ahead. Are they running away with that trophy?
Cardinal, obviously, I told you before that it's Rivers United title to lose. And their next match is coming against Plateau United. Once they win that, against Plateau United is second position. Once they beat Plateau United, and Plateau United is coming over to Port Harcourt. Yeah. So obviously, once they beat Plateau United, they are 10 points.
10 points.
So I feel like I don't think any Nigerian team has led with 10 points and lose because the way they set up I think obviously for me, this is a title for them. If they can beat Rivers United for me, after Rivers United, I think they have Atlas or Enugu Rangers next. So after Plateau United, if they can struggle and beat Plateau United, there will be 10 point gap between them. I think for me, I think it's done and dusted.
Okay, after that game, they will be playing Wiki Tourists and Plateau United will be going to Kano Pillars.
Okay.
What a tough game also.
For them.
Yes, and yes, also looking at the delegation, Heartland are 17th on the table with 34 points. Lobby Stars, 33 points. 18th. MFM, 19th on the table with 31 points. And Dakada FC, they have 30 points and they are bottom of the table. Someone told me this morning that MFM is done and dusted. They are going on relegation.
Obviously, MFM cannot escape that relegation, but that's just it. They cannot.
They cannot escape.
They cannot. Maybe miracles happen though, but I don't know if this one will happen for them.
No one can beat the power of Nigeria. Yes, so we're taking the lead.
Okay, some transfer news before we call it a day on Lagoon Sports. Yes, Ivan Perisic is in town. He will sign for Tottenham. He is coming for a medical. A nice one for Tottenham.
Yeah, I think nice one. Ivan Perisic is a very good player. We all know, obviously. His pace on the left and he has experience. He's been with Bayern when they won the Champions League. He has the pace, knows how to pass. I think obviously Perisic, I think since Conte came to Tottenham, I need some of the players from Inter who probably want to come to Tottenham. You saw Conte likes, I think he likes wingers too, because you saw he brought in what's it called, Kulusevski, and you get, so I'm thinking he's looking to strengthen his wings, and Perisic addition, it's a very, very good one for Tottenham. I hope he just come and settle down quick.
And Sadio Mane, we hear that he is in talks with Bayern Munich.
Yeah. I think my problem with, I have mixed feelings with this one. There's a part of me that feels like if he wants to go, he has done enough for Liverpool, he should go. And there's a part of me that feel like I think I prefer a Sadio Mane in Liverpool, in that Liverpool setting, than somewhere else. I don't know. I love Sadio Mane. For me, I don't. Liverpool fans everybody will always hype Salah. For me, Mane is just my man of. He's just the one for me at Liverpool. And so, but obviously, since he said he wants to move, I wish him well if he decides to move eventually. But I hope that place, I hope Bayern is a place he goes to, and I hope he works for him there.
And Lewandowski has confirmed that he will be leaving Bayern Munich if they want him to go.
I think this Lewandowski, I don't know what he's trying to do. Weeks ago, he said he would be leaving. Now, what's the clause with if they want him to go?
No, there is that clause. He made a statement in a case that he knows that they will not stand on his way to go, but he has confirmed that he wants to leave the club. Okay.
You said you want to leave, and eventually they are offering you new contract. From what I read from his, he said that he's not going to sign the new contract they offered to him. So you were the one that decided to go. If they offer you a contract, that means they still need you in their team. So you decided, okay, fine, it's time for you to move on. I don't know if he goes, fine. I think Bayern will always get a striker. They've even signed. I think they've signed one Moroccan boy already. Bayern will always get. They know where they shop from. They will shop from Leipzig. They will shop from Dortmund.
Even the rumors Sadio Mane.
Even the rumors Sadio Mane too, and there's even Leroy Sané. So you get. I don't think if he go, he's a very good player though. He has done a lot with Bayern. But if he wants to leave, I think they should let. I'd rather keep a happy player. I would rather keep a happy player than keep a player who wants to leave. Let him go if he wants to leave.
Okay, and on that note, we are leaving the studio this evening. Thank you, Kelvin, for coming on the program. We hope to see you on Friday when we'll do this thing again.
Thank you for having me, and I hope to see you again.
And also, thank you for listening to the show. And that's the wrap on the show. Join us again on Friday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. when we bring you all the latest in the world of sports. From me, Mr. Cardinal, is good evening and goodbye. This